Hey guys, welcome back. Right, while you've been gone, I've actually done a couple of things. I accepted a couple of missions, nothing particularly interesting, and I've actually completed another mission. I put up a probe in an orbit around Kerbin, and if we go over here, we've got a couple of contracts completed. The first one, position a satellite in a specific orbit of Kerbin. That's the one I just told you about. That netted us like almost 100,000, which is awesome sauce. Let's get rid of that one. And because we put the Bonehead around Minmus, we got 250,000 for doing that, which is pretty damn good. So we're up to 835,000 in the bank now, which is like that's a much healthier situation. But we've only got 21 science, so that's what we're going to focus on. Right, enough of that stuff. Let's get on with going to Minmus. This is going to be fun, guys. Right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab some science while we're kind of up here. Now, because the whole point of bringing this thing, this mobile processing lab, is to get scientific data and then process it in here. And this thing will turn data into science at a wonderful rate. You get like something like 10 to 1 on your science if you run it through a lab. It's like something like that. Right, so let's do it then. Let's do it. Let's not mess around. Let's do a crew report. So we do a crew report here, and we won't get much because we did a flyby of Minmus, if you remember, a while ago. But we get 16 data for that, and we can process that in the lab. Right, let's do that. Cool. Right, then we'll go down to this thing, and we'll observe the materials bay. Here we go. And we get 78 data for that, right? Do that. We'll keep that data. Then we'll do a goo. How much do we get for this? 31 data. Let's bang that in. And we'll do, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll do pressure. It's another 38. Keep that. And we'll do a thermometer. Log that. That's 25. Keep that. Right, and then, you know what, Jeb, how'd you fancy a quick EVA? Actually, yeah, you know what, let's have Bill. Bill, do a quick EVA. Here we go. So Bill pops outside. We'll do a quick EVA report. Lovely. I don't know how much data we've got for that. Keep that, right? And get back inside. So we'll beef aboard. There we go. And then we click on, not on the crew hatch. We click on this and review the stored data. That's another 25 data that we can put into here. Right, so that's all in there now. So we'll keep that. Right. So, right now, we can start researching. Now we've put 213 data into this. We can put it at 500, so we've only put like 2/3 of the data into this. We're getting now 1.4 science per day. Okay, so we'll start researching. Boom. And our scientists will start processing that data. Now, you may think, oh well, okay, so you process this, and like how much science you get for that? Like not a lot. But this goes down like incredibly slowly. So you'll generate this for a long time. If we get this up to about 500, this will produce something like about, I don't know, like 4 science more, like over 4 science per day. You can get out of this thing. So right, let's I'll keep that. Cool. Now what we want to do is reset these while we're attached to this. So we'll reset that, reset the mystery goo, if I can see. There we go, reset that. Cool, excellent. Okay. Now, Melise is in here, I think. Yeah, Melise. We need to transfer Melise out of there. Actually, you know, we're not going to transfer Melise out of there. See, I was going to take... Yeah, I don't... Oh, yeah, cancel it. I was going to take a scientist down, but the problem is that without SAS, trying to land on a planet without SAS is like incredibly hard, like really seriously hard. And I didn't put an SAS module on this. We're going to be going down with just Melise, I think. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, right. So let's get it done. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to tighten our orbit around Minmus. So let's go down to our periapsis, add a maneuver node, right? And we're going to do a retro burn and bring this in. And I want this below like 30,000. 29, perfect. So let's warp to the next maneuver. Warp to the next maneuver. Here it comes. Let's bring up the HUD so we can see what we're doing. And this is going to be a straight retro burn. So we can tell the ship when it stops. There we go. Flip to the retrograde, please. Oh, and look. She just instantly obeys. Good ship. Good ship. Well done. Right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the apoapsis so that we can... Oh, come on. Stay up. So that we can see it. And then we're just going to do a fairly gentle burn to bring this down to what we want. There. That will do. Pig. 27,000. We've got an apoapsis up at 93. That will do. Cool. Now, while this is flying around, we can get more science and stuff, but I can do that kind of offline. You've seen me how I get science and how I put it into the lab, so that's not very interesting. What we want to see, I think what you guys want to see is me put the lander down on Minmus. So that's what we're going to focus on. So first thing we want to do is we want to come around to about here. Because, come on. Because we want to come down, we want to land in daylight, obviously. So now, let's go back to Melise. Melise is going to need some fuel. Oh, this is flipping around to the retrograde. You know what? Just stabilize. Stop doing silly things. Right. So we're going to need to transfer any fuel that we've got to the lander. Right. So Alt and there we go. Right. Transfer that. Transfer that. We're transferring all of our fuel to the lander, and it's got not a whole hell of a lot. Oh man. I hope we can get back up. That's all I hope. Oh yeah, if we can't get back up, that would be a problem. Oh man, let's try and do this like as efficiently as we can then. So we'll decouple this. Let's just double check that Melise is in there. Yes, she is. Right. These are reset. Yeah, that's cool. Is there a? There's no crew report in here. No, that's good. Okay, everything's looking good. Decouple. There we go. And we'll speed this up a little bit to get separation. There we go. Cool. Now we'll switch to the other ship. So here we are in the lander. Right, we want to turn SAS on. We'll flip to the retrograde. Thank you, Melise. So this is what makes it just like so much easier, especially when you're landing on a planet. The ability to have the pilot flip it on the retrograde and just hold it on the retrograde, huge, absolutely huge. Right, now, where are we going to come down? We want to come down, I'm thinking like somewhere over here would be cool. Oh, I need to turn the engine on. I always forget something. Let's turn this engine on. There we go, and we start our burn. And here comes our orbit. This is the orbit of the Bonehead, and we're bringing our orbit down. And we want to come down kind of somewhere over here. So, you know what? You know what? Let's look at it like this. That's better. Right, a little bit more. Oh, you can see this. I hope it's not water. It can't be water. Okay, you know what? Maybe just a little bit more. Right, that'll do. Pig, that'll do. Right, we're going to try and come down on one of those. Should we warp forward a bit? I think we should. Warp to there, and then we'll change our view and see us. See, like, this is completely flat. It can't be water. There can't be blooming liquid water on a planet like this. No way. Right. So we're traveling at 144 meters per second. And we will eventually get dragged down to the planet. But before that happens, we're going to kill our speed and go down. Okay, you know what? 50 meters per second. Okay, let's speed things up and see where we're coming down. And I'm hoping that we're going to come down kind of somewhere over here. Well, that's not looking too bad. That's not looking too bad. Oh, a bit too much. Let's go and have a look. Are we in good shape? Oh, I think we are in good shape. I think we're looking good, guys. Looking good. All right. I am crazy excited about this. Now, we might end up landing on here. It is possible. I'd like to land in this stuff if we can. Like, we don't want to land on here because that would be lethal because we'd tip over. We want to land on something flat, but also we do need to slow ourselves down. We should be clear of it now. Yeah, so let's have a full-on burn and kill some of this speed. Here we go. It's going to take it down to about 30 meters per second, something like that. There we go. Right, cool. Oh, look at this. How cool is this, guys? All right, let's bring it down. Let's have a little bit of a warp. Oh, we can't warp. So we're just going to have to let it come down at its own pace. We're at 40 meters per second, which is still like fairly quick. Oh man, this is quite eerie. It's quite scary, but it's very, 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 very cool. Okay, you know what? Let's take off some of that speed again. Let's take it down to like 20 meters per second or something. There we go. There we go. Right, can we see a shadow anywhere? Because a shadow tends to be a really good guide. We need to take some of this speed off. Let's take it down to 2 meters per second. There we go. Where's our... Oh, there's our shadow. We have a little bit of a burn. Take it down to almost nothing. And then that should be a nice soft landing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put the gear down. I did extend the gear. There we go. There we go. Oh, how freaking lucky was that? I forgot to put the blooming landing gear down, and we still managed to do it. Oh, we're on Minmus. We are on the surface of Minmus in this wonderful flat area with these kind of big mounds. I like big mounds. Do you like big mounds? I like big mounds. Kids, ask your parents. Right, let's do this. Let's extend the ladder because this is just so ridiculously cool. Look at this. Look at this. You know, I was really put off by the graphics of this game when I first saw it, but oh boy was I wrong. Like so wrong. Right, let's do the science first. So let's see how much we get. You know, so like we can do a crew report. Let's do the crew report. What do we get? 25 science. Nice. Keep that. We'll do observe the materials bay. 125 science. Yep, we'll take that. And the mystery goo. What are we going to get for the mystery goo? 50 science for a mystery goo. Pressure. Log the pressure data. Overwrite the existing atmospheric, but yes. 60 science for that, keep that. And then the temperature, log the temperature, yeah, overwrite it. 40 science for that, keep that. Right, and now we can EVA Melisse. Right, what are we going to do? We can do an EVA report. 32 science for that, keep that. Right, Melisse, stop drifting upwards. Go down, for goodness sake. Right. Now, you want to actually kind of get off there, and it's actually kind of sort of difficult. Hang on a second. Now, the gravity on Minmus is really, really low. You know what? Try jumping, Melisse, and see what happens. Is this dangerous? I don't know. I'm going to try it anyway. Don't care. Oh. Oh! Whoa! I hope Melisse is going to come down. Oh, setting a new record for the number of backflips. Oh my goodness me. Look at that. Look at that. Look how far she's jumped. Crazy. I hope you're not going to be, like, killed on landing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good grief. Oh my lord. Now, we could actually turn her RCS on, but it's much more fun watching her bounce around, I think. Are you going to, like... you going to settle down at some point? Oh, 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 oh. It's painful to watch, isn't it? Oh, oh. Are you going to stop now? I think she's stopped. Can you get up? Yeah, she can get up. Right, you got to go back to the ship now, Melise. It's a long bloomin' way away. Oh, she's doing the spacewalk thing. Look, bouncing along. Right, so we're going to plant a flag. Come on, get that flag planted. Right, what we're going to call it? We're going to call it... let's call it Minmus 1. Right, we'll take a surface sample. Recovery 150 science. Whoa. We'll take that. Right. Then we'll have a little bit of a bounce over here. And well, that's very bouncy. And you want to come a bit over there. Oh, bounced straight through the ladder. It's not very handy. Oh, you have to make very little movements. Ah, right. Now she can grab that. Climb back up the ladder. Alright, and we need to grab the hatch. Or just board. Let's board. Oh. Try that again. So, keep going up. Oh, board. There we go. Right, she's on board. Melise is back on board with an absolute ton of science. We've got like, I don't know, like over 400 science in there, which is absolutely cracking. Right. We've now got to get back to the ship somehow. Look at this. It is beautiful. Isn't space just beautiful? There's the Milky Way. Oh, it is beautiful. But we need to get back to the ship. We need to get back to the ship. So, how the hell are we going to do this?